Hello friends, welcome to the Cold War Prepper. My name is Lee. First I want to apologize. I've been working, reorganizing and inventorying the pantry room and all that kinds of stuff. And I didn't hear an alert, but I did get an alert earlier today from Mary Greeley News. Now I strongly recommend, if you're into if you want to watch somebody who really knows about volcanology and earthquakes, Mary Greeley is the place to go. She's my go-to. But she put out an announcement earlier today, and I put that video down below, that there was a 4.2 earthquake on the northeastern edge of the Yellowstone caldera. Now, she has been saying for years, and the volcanologists at USGS have been saying for years, you should be concerned anytime there's a 2.5 or greater in the vicinity of Yellowstone caldera. So this is a 4.2, so that's a cause for concern. So I just want to go over a couple of things that I'm doing. I don't know if you have plans for what's going to happen with an eruption. This is a rhyolite eruption at Yellowstone caldera, and it's the most explosive. So what's going to happen is it'll really throw the ashfall up high. Now, the amount of ash that they're predicting is enough to put about 5 feet of ash over the entire state of Texas. Now, that won't happen over the entire state of Texas. There are some ashfall maps, but the vast majority, I'm going to say, once you get east of the Mississippi, once you get southeast, well, we're right at the 1 to 2 inch zone here in Austin. So anything southeast of Austin and along the southern Gulf Coast is probably going to get about 1 inch. Anything east of the Mississippi is probably going to get about 1 inch. But those people to the west a little bit more. Now, the higher it goes, and this is going to be very explosive, very eruptive, that means it's going to be thrown up into the atmosphere. And so the speed of the dispersion of the ashfall is going to be equivalent to the wind's aloft speed. So the higher you get in altitude, typically the jet stream is faster, and it's going to carry that ashfall out. But if we use Mount St. Helens as an example, when Mount St. Helens blew, it took about 12 hours for that ashfall to hit Nebraska, Kansas, Oklahoma area. So we probably here in the greater Austin area, and take a look at where you are relative to Yellowstone as well, you can get an idea as to the amount of time that you're going to have once it blows to take preventive actions. So some of the things that I plan on doing, because I'm anticipating around a 12-hour advance notice. Number one, I have a whole bunch of tarps. I'm going to cover all my vegetables outside. I'm going to try to cover as much of the roof as I can, because modern roofs are not made to hold even 1 inch of ash. So it's going to be very important that we get as much of that ash off of the roof as possible. Now, I originally thought about using a blower, an electric blower, and having it charged, or a gas blower and having extra gas. But remember that in order for a blower to work, it's going to suck air in and then blow that out at a higher speed, and that's what moves things, blowing grass or leaves or anything else. Well, you're going to be sucking in volcanic ash and using it to blow the other ash away, so it's going to be very, very dangerous to your engine on your blower. So I'm not so sure blowers are going to work. We'll try it, but I'm not so sure they're going to work. Another alternative is just cover it with a tarp, and then that way, once you get maybe a 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch, put on a mask, go out, rip the tarps off, and it's going to have all the stuff on top of it, and that way you get the rest of it falling down on top of it, of your roof, so you don't have that full inch or more on your roof. Could go up there with a broom, a shovel, but that's going to be a major concern, keeping all that ashfall off of your roof. Some other things I want to do with the tarps, I'm going to cover all my vegetables in the backyard. I don't have that many, but I will try to protect those. And then I'm pretty lucky. I live right on the edge of suburbia, and so right outside here is wide open spaces, and there's going to be wildlife out there. Well, this wildlife is going to be looking for something to forage, looking for something to eat, because it's going to have ashfall. It's going to just destroy the food supply for all of our wild animals. So I'm going to try to put down some tarps, protect an area where they can have some foraging, at least a little bit. I don't know if it's going to work or not, but I'm going to try. Then make sure you have plenty of, speaking of that blower, make sure you have plenty of air filters for your car, and your house and everything else. One of the first things you want to do basically is turn off your air conditioner. When you see the ashfall starting to come down, turn off your air conditioner, turn off your heater. You don't want that stuff being sucked into your house. Once you're inside your house, duct tape all your seams and seals and doors, especially if you're in a high wind area, so you're not letting that rhyolite come into the house. It's a very fine powder, and you want to keep that outside as much as possible. So you're going to need some duct tape, and duct tape some of those seals around your doors and around your windows and your air conditioner inlets and things like that. So you just don't want that stuff coming in. Number one thing is, while somebody's taking care of the tarps and taking care of the animals and taking care of everything else, the other person has got to just have three thoughts in their mind: water, water, and water. And because this is the rhyolite's going to come down, the ash is going to come down. It's going to get into our water supplies, with the exception of the water towers that have a little bit in them, and the standpipes and things like that. So you may have just a little bit of water left in those, but you want to take care of it and get as much water in your home as possible, because it's going to take a week or two before you have any supply of water again from the outside. So I don't care if it's a drinking glass, if it's a mixing bowl, fill it with water and make sure you have plenty of water inside the house. So do me a favor, right now is the time to sit down and develop a plan. What are you going to do should Yellowstone erupt, and what is the timetable, and what's the equipment you need in order to make yourself safe? So remember your concerns. Number one, keep the ashfall off your roof, keep the ashfall off of your plants, your garden, your vegetables, whatever. Try to protect wildlife as much as possible, and then seal your house so you don't have anything coming inside, and get as much water as you possibly can. I would even say, think of how you're going to provide water for the wildlife. If you're going to provide food for them, provide a little bit of water, a tub of water or something after the ashfall has stopped, and see if we can't help them that way. So just a real quick one. Lee, the Cold War Prepper, y'all take care. Bye-bye.